The name's Bond. James Bond.
Keanu Reeves was, and how handsome he was. Like, he would look at me and I'd be like,
Did y'all get together? Did you date him?
never dated him.
Really?
There was just something about me that I guess he didn't like.
Action stars have defined a whole era of Hollywood, with scintillating stunt moves and memorable kickass lines that ring a bell every time they are on television. But over the years, time has aged some of these actors gracefully while taking others away into a forever slumber. How have some of your favorite action stars aged through the years? Which one still looks prime and ready for action even in 2025? Join us as we contrast the then and now of some of the greatest action stars to have ever dazzled in Hollywood. Number 50. Dolph Lundgren. The Swedish sensation stormed Hollywood in the 80s and 90s, with appearances in Rocky IV as Ivan Drago and GR13 in Universal Soldier. However, the 67-year-old isn't slowing down anytime soon, backed up by the recent release of his latest action movie project in 2025, including Exit Protocol. Number 49. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Van Damme was a handful for bad guys in the 80s and early 2000s movies. In 2025, at 64, he rolled back the hands of time with Le Jardinier, another action movie that displays his vast martial arts skill set, returning like he hasn't missed a beat. Number 48. Michael Jai White. Popularly known for his role as Spawn, a classic comic book hero, and his neck-breaking styles of martial arts, he remains in Hollywood as an action hero, even at 57. With movies Dynamite and Blood and Bones already in his repertoire, he features on Exit Protocol and Trouble Man in 2025. Number 47. Wesley Snipes. Hollywood had rarely seen a man of color at the helm of anchoring one of the biggest action movies of the early 2000s, but Wesley Snipes created a new culture on Blade. But in 2025, he remains in action in the MCU, reprising his former role as Blade at 63. Number 46. Sylvester Stallone. The one-time Golden Globes winner, who is especially popular for his roles in the Rambo sequels and as the leader in The Expendables, remains in action at 79 in his new television show, Tulsa King. Number 45. Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Terminator actor took Hollywood by storm in the early 90s, with lines like "Hasta la vista, baby" remaining a huge part of pop culture. However, at 78, Arnold, who many thought was facing retirement, has popped up again in Fubar, a new action series. Number 44. Jason Statham. The popular transporter, who took driving to a whole new level in action movies, has remained on the silver screen, delivering hot action movies like The Beekeeper at 58. Number 43. Dwayne Johnson. Although he started out as a professional wrestler, he couldn't resist the charm that came with the silver screen, with popular movies like Run Down and The Scorpion King in his repertoire. But at 58, he is not slowing down, with The Smashing Machine, set to be released in 2025. Number 42. Dave Bautista. Popularly called The Animal, owing to his ferocious fighting style in the WWE, he has since made cameos in Hollywood. But even at 56 years old, he seems always right and ready for a fight, with starring roles in action-packed movies like My Spy. Number 41. John Cena. While 48 seems like a good age to stop the heavy lifting and the stunts, he has taken it up a notch with Peacemaker, with the second season already released on Showmax in 2025. A massive jump from being a wrestler at a younger age. Number 40. Tom Hardy. His mesmerizing line, "No one cared who I was until I put on the mask," as Bane in Dark Knight Rises, places him at the very top of the pile of Hollywood's greatest action stars. However, Tom, even at 47, remains a part of Hollywood's action stars, with an appearance in a new television action series, Moblin, with Pierce Brosnan. Number 39. Pierce Brosnan. A former actor of the 007 role, James Bond, Pierce Brosnan, at 72, still seems to have it, and he wants the whole world to know it. So he features on Moblin alongside Tom Hardy as a crime boss willing to handle a gun, giving fans a rush of the old days. Number 38. Daniel Craig. Just like Pierce Brosnan, Daniel's race was done by 51 years as 007, and everyone thought it might be his last time on the sets of Hollywood. But at age 57, he still had enough in him to play detective in Knives Out. Number 37. Timothy Dalton. It would seem that a lot of the old James Bonds are unstoppable in the industry, even after their stint as 007. With Timothy Dalton, at 78, still taking up selective roles in action-packed movies like Doom Patrol. Number 37. Michelle Yeoh. Talking about an experienced head in Hollywood action, Michelle Yeoh stars at the very top. With movies like Everything Everywhere All at Once, Crouching Tiger, and Hidden Dragon, she has balanced martial arts and elegance, and continues to do so, even at 63 in 2025. Number 36. Charlize Theron. Charlize loved action-packed movies as a young actress, featuring in Aeon Flux at 30, yet even now at 50, she still dominates headlines, featuring in movies like Old Guard and Atomic Blonde. Number 35. Cynthia Rothrock. From Yes Madam to Tiger Claws, Sworn to Justice, and Righting Wrongs, Cynthia has been a representative of female martial artists in Hollywood, and even in her late 60s, she featured on The Last Kumite in 2024. Number 34. Linda Hamilton. Popular for her role as Sarah Connor in Terminator, she returned to the set of Terminator, Dark Fate in 2019, at the age of 60. Number 33. Angela Bassett. Angela has been a powerful black voice in Hollywood action movies since she was 37, since she appeared in Strange Days. But at 66, she is still starring in Mission Impossible, 2025. Number 32. Tom Cruise. From Top Gun in the mid-80s to the Mission Impossible sequels, Tom Cruise was definitely born to be an action hero. But he is not slowing down in 2025, as he still jumps off planes mid-flight at 63, starring in a new Mission Impossible sequel. Number 31. Brad Pitt. From Troy to Mr. and Mrs. Smith, with Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt loved his action movies. Bare-chested and ready to rumble. You would think age 61 was enough to stop him, but he has shot and released F1, a pulsating movie about driving in 2025. Number 30. Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel has always carried the action-themed movies as an emblem since he made it into Hollywood as a young lad with movies like Xander Cage. But at 58, the passion remains, and two action-packed movies are set to be released in 2025, Riddick 4, and another Fast and Furious sequel. Number 29. Gerard Butler. The famous Leonidas one from 300 has been at the helm of way too many action movies over the years, with solid quotes like, "This is Sparta," still echoing in the hallowed halls of Hollywood. But even at 55, he remains committed to action movies. He just can't get enough. Number 28. Idris Elba. Idris is not your regular one-directional actor, but even as versatile as he is, action has always been his forte. Even at 52, he is still starring in action-themed movies like Heads of State. Number 27. Mark Wahlberg. At some point, the highest-paid actor in the world, Wahlberg, was an action hero with movies like Shooter and Contraband. However, in 2025, at 54, he has once again released a new action movie, Flight Risk. Number 26. Scott Adkins. Whether it is taekwondo, judo, or kickboxing, Scott has a handle on it all, as he has shown as a young chap, and at 49, he is still going strong, appearing in movies like Diablo and Prisoners of War. Number 25. Matt Damon. Jason Bourne is more than just a character in the Bourne identity. It has become a staple of pop culture since Matt Damon's insane action stunts in it as a younger man. But in 2025, he seems to have found a new approach, trying his hand at musicals with the project Kiss of a Spider Woman. Number 24. Ben Affleck. While he has been in the action-themed movie spaces since he was really young, he can't seem to stop as he continues taking them on one after the other, from Batman to The Accountant at 53. Number 23. Jackie Chan. The diminutive Asian, now 71, seems to have taken a break from intense action-themed movies, even though he championed it as a younger man, especially with The Drunken Master sequel. Number 22. Donnie Yen. Donnie already made his name in the action genre, especially with his IP Man sequels, but unlike Jackie, he remains active in the action movie space, with his recent appearance in John Wick 4 at 59. Number 21. Jet Li. His Wong Fei, Hung sequels took him to the pinnacle of action thriller movies as a young man, but in 2025, at 62, Jet Li seems to have laid down his weapons. Number 20. Steve Seagal. The 6'4" martial arts monster, who never loses in the kitchen, is now 73 years old, hence his reasons to stop throwing the kicks and have some grandpa time. Number 19. Bruce Willis. Bruce was the proper action hero, handsome, with killer vibes and memorable punchlines, but in 2025, his dementia had gotten worse, hence his retirement. Number 19. Mel Gibson. Action stars do not get any bigger than Mel Gibson and his classic Braveheart movies in the mid-90s, but at 69 years old, it would seem his race is done as an action hero. Number 18. Liam Neeson. The righteous I'll find you and I'll kill you line from his movie Taken still sends chills down the spines of Hollywood enthusiasts. But at 73, he still goes on with his 2025 project, Ice Road Vengeance. Number 17. Keanu Reeves. Between the Matrix franchise as Neo and the John Wick franchise, he has given more than enough action to last a lifetime in Hollywood. And at 60, he seems to be going on the path of regular dramas. Number 16. Robert Downey Jr. Arguably the best Iron Man the MCU has ever produced, he seems even hungrier at 60 to be the face of Dr. Doom in the new Marvel Universe. Number 15. Hugh Jackman. His years in the Wolverine costume seemed over at some point. Then he featured again in Deadpool and Wolverine at 54. He just can't stop, can he? Number 14. Antonio Banderas. Over the years, his time as an action hero from Desperado to Zorro and The Expendables had finally expired, as he now seemed to prefer more comedy-themed movies at 65. Number 13. Don Cheadle. Don was a superstar action hero, featuring in movies like Iron Man and Crash. However, the 60-year-old has been more recently found in regular sitcoms. Number 12. Forrest Whitaker. Forrest dazzled in the 80s and 90s with some prime action as a young man, but even at 64, he remains committed to the action, featuring in a movie like Havoc. Number 11. Javier Bardem. Even with his past experiences in action-themed movies, Javier between 2024 and 2025 has featured in Dune and the recently released F1. Number 10. Mark Ruffalo. Although he has played Hulk for many years in the MCU, he has chosen to continue smashing and throwing at 57. Number 9. Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin was fantastic in Sicario and Deadpool 2, but he was not getting any younger, and he could tell, so now, at 57, he is phasing out the action with Western dramas. Number 8. Karl Urban. Although he has been an action hero since 2002, with an appearance in The Lord of the Rings, his role in The Boys, splattering blood and fighting enhanced villains, has gone on for 4 seasons. However, he seems to fancy a 5th at the age of 53. Number 7. Viggo Mortensen. Viggo had the mid-80s with movies like Witness, G.I. Jane, and Carlito's Way in the mix. However, he remains an action star, featuring in The Dead Don't Hurt at 63, refusing to leave the action hero cape behind. Number 6. Ethan Hawke. From Explorers to Assault on Precinct 13, Ethan has been in the action-themed space forever, but even at 54 he still features in Blue Moon, a 2025 action movie. Number 5. Jude Law. Ever since his first taste of action-themed movies in 2001, Enemy at the Gates, he has been devoted to the genre even at 52. Number 4. Clive Owen. From the 2006 movie Children of Men to Cleaner, Killer Elite, and Inside Man, Clive remains dedicated, even at 60, to the action genre. Number 3. Colin Farrell. He has been a mainstay in action-packed movies since Minority Report, Daredevil, SWAT, and Miami Vice, but now, at 49, he has found a balance with musicals and fantasy movies. Number 2. Ralph Fiennes. Ralph has been taking big roles in action-themed movies like Wrath of the Titans, Skyfall, Spectre, and No Time to Die since he was a young man, but at 52 he is phasing into a new age of horror and the regular drama genre. Number 1. Woody Harrelson. Natural Born Killers was Woody's first of many. Even at 64, Woody remains in touch with his action genre-loving self, with new projects like Last Breath and The Electric State. Do you have any more ideas of action heroes then and now? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.